guys, how are you today? This is week 13 update on ZEPBOUND. So I've hit a little bump in the road. That's me. It always happens. So the starting details were my starting weight on April 17th of this year was 213.8 pounds. My current weight is 176.6 pounds. That's just shy of 40 pounds now, so like 38. My goal weight is somewhere around 140 for me. My doctors probably feel I should be in the 130s. My height is 5'4". So I started in April. I did 4 weeks on the 2.5. My insurance doesn't cover titration doses, so any dose that has a 0.5 at the end, I can only take for 4 weeks. So in May, they increased me to 5 milligrams. I took that for approximately 6 weeks. It wasn't working as well as the first dose, so I increased to 7.5, and I'm only allowed 4 weeks on that because it's a titration dose. So at the end of July or the very beginning of August, I was bumped up to 10 milligrams. So here was the bump in the road. At some point during the 7.5, I started experiencing itching and hives. But I have an allergy to dust and dust mites, and I assumed that that's what it was. So I just kind of like ignored it because typically you clean, it goes away, no big deal. But it was still kind of here. It started here across my chest. I'm sure you can see it. I've been trying to hide it, so there's a little bit of makeup on there, but up and around my shoulders. So whatever, it happens on occasion. I increased to the 10 milligram, and I started, I don't know if you can see, but I started getting it like all up my arms. It's on my shoulders and my back. It's all up and over here. All down my arms. So then I started thinking, what if it's the medication causing the hives? Because it was literally like all up and down my arms and my hands. I was scratching like crazy. So then I was like, maybe I should contact the doctor about the hives. I did a little research, and it basically said that hives on your arms are usually due to a medication reaction. So I did reach out to my endocrinologist's office because, you know, I'm not a doctor. I am not, a nurse practitioner. I'm not a nurse. I just know what kind of works for me and what my little idiosyncrasies and family history situations are, and everyone should do their own due diligence. That's also a disclaimer. Please know your own situations. Talk to your care providers if you encounter any issues and about anything pertaining to your journey within the medical area. So I contacted their office. They recommended that I stop immediately while they contacted the endocrinologist. I was due to take my shot today for 10 milligram. Obviously, I was very nervous about not taking it because I've had such tremendous success, but I also don't want to end up having a reaction that causes my throat to close up. So if it's an allergy and not just like a sensitivity, you got to err on the side of caution. So I waited for them to get back to me. They called me yesterday and said that they would like me to stop my dosing for 2 full weeks, clear all the hives, and then start it again on week 3. So for 14 days, I'm not supposed to take anything. So that would be through the 28th would be 14 days. And if the hives clear within that time, then I'm good to start the dose again. But they cautioned me that if the hives come back at all, then I need to stop and maybe think about switching it to a different medication. So currently, I know that there are medications that are in trials, but those are not available to take yet. So I am on the ZEPBOUND. They were able to get it for weight loss through my insurance company. They had originally prescribed Wegovy, which is Wegovy is Ozempic, which is the semaglutide. And then I'm currently on the ZEPBOUND, which is slash Manjaro. So that would be the tirzepatide. And I believe they have regaglutide or something in trials currently. So I'm like really nervous. Obviously, I have to really, really watch what I'm eating over the next couple of weeks and hope that all of that food noise and weight gain that I would get doesn't come back. I'm going to make some very smart choices moving forward, you know, using protein shakes and filling fibers and proteins for the meals that I do consume. I know, I just did like a really deep exhale because I have tremendous anxiety about gaining weight back. I've just gotten to a point where I recognize the person in the mirror again. And I would really like to continue having a successful journey. Now, I don't know if the Wegovy will work for me. I also don't know that it wouldn't work because it was not available at the start of my journey. So we switched to ZEPBOUND. I don't know what the shortages are currently on Wegovy because I've been following like the ZEPBOUND and tirzepatide through Eli Lilly. So now I have to shift gears a little bit just to prepare myself in case I have to switch. So I'll probably spend part of the next 2 weeks. I'll still do my updates about, hey, you know, week 14, no dosing check-in, and week 15, no dosing check-in. Just to stay, you know, I have to stay true to trying to keep doing this, and I need to take accountability, and this will help me stay accountable, I think. So I hope you all wish me luck. I hope you all are having success in all the ways that you are trying to better yourself, even if it's not with a weight loss medication, if it's diet or exercise change. Like, I'm all rooting for you here because we're all just trying to do the best we can and be as healthy as we can be in our lives. And that was the whole point in this. It isn't really about being skinny. It's about being healthy. I was a former diabetic that's controlled with diet, and now with this, with medication. I also do have issues with my cholesterol kind of being like this throughout my journeys for the last 15 years with different weight loss trials, we'll call them, because I've tried everything. And you know, exercise programs, gym programs, like you name it, I've done it all. But I'm in menopause. I'm a woman of a certain age. I have my hip replaced. I can't jog. I can't like do any heavy impact exercise due to various arthritis throughout my body, and questioning right now with the dermatologist. I was diagnosed with psoriatic nails. It's possible I have psoriatic arthritis. So, you know, I'm just a hot mess. We all know that. Those of you that know me, we know I'm a hot mess. And I always like to say, note the hot part is the most important part of that sentence, being hot mess. So, I don't know. I'm just going to trudge along and really, really try my hardest to stay the course and make really smart decisions, and hope that the 10 milligram that's in my body is just going to kind of like slowly fade out so that it isn't like a crash and burn situation. I don't want to be like an accident, you know? Yeah. So I'm praying for you guys. You guys need to be praying for me too, that I can make it through this 2 weeks and that this flare calms down and that I can restart the medication. I was due to start Skyrizi, which is a immunologic medication that was prescribed by my dermatologist. But given the current state of the hive flare in my body, I thought it best not to start it at this time until I can make sure that I've cleared the whole ZEPBOUND situation. I don't want to add further complications to what's going on. So the Skyrizi will have to wait probably a month, and by that point I was supposed to take dose 2. So I'll have 2 doses waiting in my refrigerator of the Skyrizi. For that, I think I'm supposed to do dose on day 1, whatever day 1 is, and then day 28. And then I think it's every 3 months or every 4 months that I take it to control that situation with the psoriatic nails and the psoriasis and possible psoriatic arthritis. I haven't gotten a clear and definitive diagnosis from that yet, but I'll hang in there just like I do with everything else. It's like, okay, put the cape back on and fly through the air to just keep moving forward. So that's it for now. If any of you suffer from hair loss, I also have a wig boutique, and we have my online group where I do sales 2 times a week. I will be adding in the other part of my videos, styling, tips and tricks, how to make a wig your own kind of things. The one I'm wearing today is a new find for me. I love this wig. This one is Hollywood by Main Attraction, and it's in color Sunflower. I never realized that their wigs were so lovely. So yeah, had to keep it. So y'all can follow that journey as well. Please be sure to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button, and then hover over the little bell where it says all notifications, and then click your notifications if you wish to get the notifications for both the ZEPBOUND journey and for the wig boutique. I'll be adding content probably 2 to 3 times a week between the ZEPBOUND and the wig boutique content. I will separate the playlist for people and put a really big header in the beginning so that you know which notification you're getting for which thing, and you can disregard if it's something you're not interested in. I appreciate you guys following me, and I'll try and give you the best content I possibly can. So that's it for now. Other than I forgot to update on the Eli Lilly, they're telling the FDA that they have no shortages anymore. They did release vials in the 2.5 and the 5 milligram. I think that they're hoping that that will ease up so that the pens will be dedicated to the 7.5, the 10, the 12.5, and the 15 instead of using it on the really small dosages. So I don't know if that's, if they've kind of flooded the market with the vials on the 2.5 and the 5 milligram, but that's the news out there right now. There are also compounding companies. If you and your doctors or medical team are on board with trying those, I will try to get like a small list together of the companies that can be contacted for compounding medication. Obviously, you want to clear that with your medical professionals before trying something like that, because it does have added risk, I believe. I did it for 1 week on the 5 milligram. I did not feel it was as strong as the brand name, but I did use it to get over a hump of not having the ZEPBOUND from my pharmacy. I used Join Fridays. I think you have to go through a little medical clearance with their nurse practitioners or RNs or MDs. They have like a whole process you have to go through where you submit your blood work or get blood work before you're able to start the medication. I believe that they have to deem you as having having a medical necessity to receive it. You can't just like go on the video and be like, hey, I'm 110 pounds and I need ZEPBOUND, you know. So there's a whole process to it. If anybody has any questions about what my experience was, you can reach out to me, put a comment in the comment section. I'm happy to share that. So that's about it for this week. I will update y'all next week with my week without ZEPBOUND 10 milligram. And I will update you week 14. That will be the second week without it. And then I will update you when I'm able to start it again. So wish me luck, guys. Here I go. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care.